Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into a tutorial on how to use Blofin. Now Blofin is an amazing up and coming exchange. Okay, it's a non-KYC exchange. For those people in restricted countries like myself in the UK, this is the exchange to use going forward. Okay, so basically it has currently 495 futures pairs to trade on and equally 365 spot pairs to trade on, with many more being added. Now they pride themselves on, basically, for those people that have been in the space and they did used to use Binance, there was something called the Binance effect. So basically a pump would come if a coin was listed on Binance, you would immediately see a pump on that particular coin. It's called the Binance effect for anyone that's been living in a rock. So that is the main big exchange in the world, Binance. There's so much volume on there. It's got first mover advantage. So this particular exchange prides itself on any listing on Binance within 5 to 20 minutes. You will see it listed on this particular exchange as well, which is really, really good. For those people that are sort of seeing that Binance bump and they want to get involved, then obviously you can use Blofin to get involved, okay, in a non-KYC for those restricted countries right there. They are equally running the competition at the moment, Ace of Trades, so I would get involved in that. The registration link is in the video description right there. But what I'm going to do in the video today, I'm going to show you how to buy spot on this particular exchange, how to go long and how to go short to do your leverage trading on the likes of XRP, okay? So I'll go through that with you. But if you are looking for a fantastic non-KYC exchange, I would highly recommend Blofin going forward. Okay, so let's dive into the content right now and I'll show you how to buy spot trades on this particular exchange. So to spot bid on Blofin, it's really, really easy. Okay, so spot bid is a simple process. So basically just buying the market price or a limit order price. There's no leverage trading involved in spot bidding. You just buy for what it is, basically. So to do that, what you've got to do is make sure that you've deposited some money into your funding account, Tether. Okay, so then once you've done that, go to your funding account, get the deposit address, send the deposit over, and then what you're going to do, you're going to transfer from your funding to your spot. Okay, so I've transferred some funds over already. So what I've got, some funds right now in my spot wallet, and what I'm looking to do is just put some bids on XRP. So there's a couple of things you can do. This is the 15-minute time frame. I will always zoom in on my spot bids. Okay, I know a lot of people that just look at the daily and just bid there and then on the market and things like that, but this is a process I like to use. If I'm spot bidding, I do always try and like to get a bit more value for my book, basically, and I'll show you exactly the process. So for those people who've been on my channel will know that I do look at something called God candle backtest. For example, there's one just there. So immediately I'm going to drop a horizontal line in here. Okay, so you can see this horizontal line. Now at this bottom here, this is called an ascending triangle. So basically you broke out just there. Okay, but what you never did do is backtest that. So what we've seen here, this is the 15-minute time frame, remember, for XRP. So what we've got is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move up. That's potentially an impulsive move right there. Okay, so from there what we've done, we've come down in this A wave, potential B wave, and right now we've had a C wave where we've double bottom down here on the God candle backtest. So if you're buying at the top of a 5-wave rally when it's really, really overbought, okay, on the 15-minute time frame, there's a high probability that you're buying the top of a run there, 5 waves. And this is something I've taught you: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is why you should zoom in on your spot bids, whatever exchange you're using. Well, in this example, obviously Blofin, zoom in and you can see the little micro waves that I've taught you over the years. Okay, so we've got a nice little 5-wave move up there. Okay, so that increases probability at that point. If you're buying there in overbought conditions, they've got an increased probability of this price coming back, but to where? Really simple. The God candle back test. You've got a resistance, high level support, resistance breakout, and you never back tested that level. What a sweet spot to put some bids in if you had the patience for that. So as this is coming up in 5 waves, okay, if you was looking to spot bid the other day on Blofin, you've got to look at these back tests, okay, as the opportunity, because if you buy in spots up there right at the top, you've experienced a 5%, 8% loss, sorry. But right now, if you was patient and you put a limit order, which I'll show you how to do, on that God candle back test, it was filled. And right now you're currently 4.23%. So this is how I do my spot bids. Okay, and equally this is what I do in my long and short positions, and I'll go through that with you in a moment. So, if you spot a 5-wave move up on a 15-minute, always zoom in, like I said to you. Zoom in, you can get a little bit of a more sort of micro view of your potential scenario of getting the best out of the market, basically. So what we've got is some kind of A B, and right now possibly a C wave, which is bounced off this higher low here. So you're coming up making high low structure here for XRP. Okay, so where's the next level of support that we could potentially get some bids in? Right now, possibly a 1 into a 2, breaking out like this, coming up. So if we start to come back, where's another little area where we could get some bids in? So just like this double tap here of resistance, breakout in 5, come back to it, okay, in an ABC, A, B, C. The next level for me could be this little zone here. So we've got resistance, God candle back test just there. So for me, I wouldn't necessarily be looking to dive straight in here, okay, for XRP, because you can see from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-wave move up. So if this starts to come back and flags in some kind of correction, that's exactly where you might get some bids in. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually put some spot bids right now, limit order bids. And again, this is entirely up to you. You can do what you want to do, but I'm always trying to get more value for my book, basically. And if it starts to break out, obviously I'll just jump in onto the breakout. What I'm looking to do is just get as much value for my book as I can. So what I'm going to do is right click on this area here, and you should be able to, if I drop that down, you should be able to copy the price. Okay, so copy the price, $2.36. What I'm going to do is go to limit order. I'm going to paste that in like that, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to buy 25% of my spot position at the moment, whatever I've got in my spot, which is currently $2,000. I'm going to buy 25% of that right now on XRP. I'm going to put a limit order, a bid in the market right now, and there it is. Boom. Okay, there it is, populated in the list right there. So that's it. So basically I can go away, and if it starts to come up like that and comes back down, I will buy spot position there. And you know, if I was to buy right now and it came down to there, I'm experiencing a 2.77% loss. So that's basically me, how I, you know, find little opportunities in buying little micro spot positions, okay, in and out trading right there. So I'm going to show you, using the same principle, how we can build longs and how we can build shorts, okay? But remember, the 5-wave counter is boss, and it's something I've taught you in this channel. If you see a micro 5 waves up on any time frame, you see 5 waves up, you do not buy that top of that wave, okay? You wait for the pullback, and then you look at the charts, at the God candle breakout, where you've broke out about back testing it. Look at that little sweet spot, okay? So that's basically spot bidding. This is how I do my spot bids, and you can do it as well using Blofin. Let me dive into the long and short tutorial right now using Blofin, okay? So using futures on Blofin is really simple. I'm going to teach you how to do a long and how to do a short. Now, for those people who are familiar with the channel, we do a lot of trading on this particular channel. I do setups with you all the time in the Discord and obviously in the videos as well. I'll always tell you where to apply your stop losses, okay, to minimize your risk. And this is what I do try and find on the channel, minimal risk trades for you. Okay, so I think every day there's opportunities in these crypto markets to make money, okay, whether we're long, whether we're short. And I'll always look for them, okay? I'll always look for them opportunities with you. And it's something I do teach in the channel. So if you are looking to leverage trade, especially XRP, my only advice is don't over leverage. Use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5x max. Don't be one of them degens that uses 50x and things like that, and don't use all your account. Practice makes perfect in this situation. Like anything in life, practice makes perfect. It is a very risky thing to use futures. So again, if you are using futures, don't be a degen, don't go with your life savings, and just practice. Practice makes perfect, okay? So right now I'm going to show you how to open a long on XRP, and then I'll show you how to open a short. So if you think the market's going to trend up, you can make money futures trading this. Outcome basically. You can set the market that you think you're going to go long, that you think the market's going to break out to the upside, and you can make more money in trending up than you can if you was, say, in your spot position. For example, right now, if you thought XRP were going to break out and do something like that, okay, and come to the top of that range, which is around about 15% move, well, if you use 5x, you would actually get 5 times 15. So it's basically 75%, if my maths is correct. So, whatever you put on the trade basically would be a 75% increase, not a 15% increase, because you're using 5 times the leverage. But equally, if it goes the other way, just a minimal part the other way, minimal drop the other way, that is equally 5 times the loss. So this is why leverage trading is very risky and very volatile, and this is why I do say to people, if you're using leverage, use very low leverage. Okay, so what we'll do in this instance is use 5%. I'm going to look for a long opportunity right now. So if you're coming to this market and you think, okay, XRP is incredibly bullish, I think it's going to break out to the upside, it's going to go vertical and things like that, well, you can go long if you think that that's the case, okay? And if you do think it's the case, what I've taught you over the years is just look for an invalidation of your theory. So right now, let's say, for example, we've seen a nice 5-wave move up here. This is the 15-minute time frame. So from here, some kind of 1, into a 2, into a 3, into a 4, into a 5, and right now this is flagging, some kind of bull flag, and you think it's going to do that. Well, you could actually long that, okay? So my invalidation of this 5-wave move up is really simple. It's where the 5-wave move came from. So that is exactly where I would apply my stop loss. So from here right now, if this rolled over, you could see that if this did roll over to invalidate the long trade, you're looking at around about a 4% loss. But obviously, if you're using leverage, okay, you're going to incur for 5 times that, which is 20%. So say, for example, you use $100 on this particular trade. If it invalidated your theory of a 5-wave impulse and then a pullback before another move to the upside, that is where you'd have your stop loss, and you would incur a 20% loss, so you would lose $20. Okay, so that's where I always tell people, look for the 5-wave move. If you see a 5-wave move up, okay, you're looking pretty impulsive, you'll get a correction coming back, you build some positions, you have your minimal stop loss, which is the invalidation, which in this instance is here, and then boom, you ride it back out. So let's say, for example, the market will break out, and what we've got here is a little little channel right now for XRP. Okay, we've got this nice little bull flag which is coming back like this, you know, and trending back like this, and you want to jump into a long position right now. So for me, always use a stop loss, because if you don't use a stop loss, okay, then it's likely that this will come down. If it invalidates your theory of being an impulsive corrective wave up, looking for continuation, you always look for your invalidation. So if this comes down and you're away from a computer or PC or whatever, then your stop loss will be triggered and you will incur that loss, which is not losing your whole account. Because if this, for example, does roll over, then the more it comes down, the likely are to, you know, your whole account get liquidated or whatever you put on the trade. So this is basically long trading in a nutshell. So I'll always tell you in the videos, apply stop loss, and I'll always give you reasons and the minimal risk trade setup for that stop loss. So let's say, for example, we've got a nice long in front of us today. We've got a 5-way move here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for XRP, and this is trending back in some kind of flag, and it's looking to do something like that. So we could bet on that. We could say, okay, we think XRP is going to go long, we think it's going to go out. So what we would do, we would bid right now. Okay, so we'll copy that, copy price, paste it into here, and we're going to bid right now for XRP. And what we're going to say is we're going to use isolated 5x, and we're going to put roughly, let's put 10% of our pool in there, basically our wallet. And then what we can do, we can say, okay, where do we think XRP is going to go to? So we could move to the left, and we could say, okay, I think we'll come up all the way into this range here. Okay, we'll come up into that range where you've got this move into the upside, high-low structure, breakout back into that resistance. So you could clearly see, if XRP goes from this point right now and goes all the way up to there at 15%, you will get 5 times that, which is 75% of your long trade, basically. So we could say right now, okay, what we want to do is TP TSL. I'm going to tell it that I want to TP at $2.79, 2.79. It will tell you exactly how much profit you get, okay, at 149. And then what I'm going to do is say my stop loss price to invalidate the long, really simple, is 232.05, where this wave is began here, okay, and that's your stop loss. So that means that if you're away or busy or you're asleep or whatever, then you'll only incur a 39% loss, okay? $39 loss, sorry. So you won't lose the entire amount that you're putting on. Really, really simple, okay? So that's it. You know, that's long trading. So right now, I'll execute that long, job done, and it's in the system, executed. That's it. So I'm in a long trade. So right now, if this breaks up to the upside, fantastic, I make some money. But if it starts to roll over and invalidates my long theory setup, then obviously I don't lose the entire amount that I put on the trade. And that's just simple long trading with you know, applied stop losses. So let me show you how to do a short trade using the same theory, okay? So look at Bitcoin. I'm going to show you how to open a little short on Bitcoin, really simple. So you can clearly see at the moment, I bought that little position in XRP. It's currently down around about 2.35% at the moment, okay? But that's just a little long opportunity, a little micro long opportunity that I've shown you in today's video, okay? So if you are looking for a short opportunity, you can actually bet that the market's going to go down and trend down, okay? And then you can ride that down. So for example here, like I've taught you, if you do start to see 5 waves to the upside from this low here, look at this, a 1 into a 2 into a 3 into a 4 into a 5, and then you do begin to see overbought conditions in the RSI. Okay, this is a micro time frame. Okay, you can trade on micro time frames. I would recommend zooming in if you're looking to get in and out on the day time frame. Obviously zoom in as much as you can. So I think the 15-minute time frame is an amazing little micro setup, and I've looked at these trades with you before. Okay, so from here 1 2 3 4 5 in the RSI, 1 2 3 4 5 in the index as well. But as you see that, if ever you start to see 5 waves in any direction, 5 waves down, you know, you've got increased probability of a long, and 5 waves up, 1 2 3 4 5, you've got increased probability of a short. So always look for that. If you see 5 waves up, this was an optimal short opportunity in Bitcoin the other day, okay, which was on the 3rd of February right there. So 5 waves up, yeah, okay, you've got to entertain that short opportunity, especially on the 15-minute time frame if you see that, okay? So the minute, obviously, it's still a bit choppy, but I'm going to show you how to actually execute the short, and, you know, a level in which we could look at to say, okay, where could this short go to? If it does roll over, where would be my TP, where would be my stop loss, and so on and so forth. So from this low here, like I said to you, we do actually see a 5-wave move up here, don't we? A 1 2 3 4 5, okay, from this low here, okay? Equal in the RSI, you got some kind of 1 2 3 4 5, got quite overbought, start to create a bearish divergence, and right now this is rolling over, coming in. So there is a little trade here, a little trade opportunity, and obviously if we, you know, looking to trade, always apply stop loss like I've taught you. So what we've got is a potential 1 2 3 4 5 wave up, little micro bearish divergence. We've got overbought there, lower high, higher high in the index. So that was increased probability of a pullback off the bearish divergence after a 5-wave move up, which is exactly what we're getting right now. So there is a little trade here. I'm not saying it's going to play out and make us millions of pounds, but, you know, it's a little micro trade as a potential short opportunity to come back into this buy zone here, okay? So, you know, what we've done is a 5-wave move up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right now you're retracing the 5-wave move up. So a potential impulsive move right there. But like all 5 waves, they come to an end, and then you typically see a retracement to where you come back from. So really simple, like I taught you earlier in the video, if you see 5 waves to the upside and you want to go long, that is where your stop loss would be. Okay, really, really simple. Because obviously, if you're building long positions for the continuation, this here, the 5-wave move where it's began, is the invalidation of that. Okay, so I hope you understand what I'm saying right there. So it's the same if you're going short. If you see 5 waves to the upside and you want to go short, then obviously you're backing that you're going to retrace that long opportunity from where the 5 waves have come. It's called the 5-wave counter. It works both ways. So at the minute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the minute bearish divergence with this final 5th wave to the upside. Okay, look at that. You're rolling backwards. Okay, so a nice little short up. So where would you have your stop loss? Really simple. The top of the wave. Okay, the top of the 5-wave move. So that would be your stop loss. So right now, there is a little short opportunity, and you can clearly see what we've got is a double top drop just there where we've dropped and we've not back tested that low resistance. Okay, so for me, I wouldn't necessarily jump into a short right now. What I would look for is a retracement into this God candle double top drop scenario, back into that, and then ride the short back down, okay, into this zone here. Okay, really, really simple, where I would TP. So that blue line would be my stop loss. So this is a very, very, very minimal risk micro trade setup to go short. So from this white line here, your minimal risk trade of roughly 0.35% for a gain of roughly 1.64%. Okay, that is micro short trading, and you can do this on all the charts. God candle back test, 5-wave move, counters into the God candle back test. Really, really simple. Okay, so I would actually not jump into the short right now. I would copy this level here, which is this double top drop. There's your support. You made a lower high, you've dropped, you've melted through that, and you've not back tested support. Okay, resistance, sorry. So right now, right click that. That would be my pivot point in which I'll put the stop in. So I'm going to apply that as my limit order. It's going to be 97638 roughly, and then my stop loss is going to be that blue line, because obviously if it comes up and continues the impulsive move to the upside, that's where you get stopped out. Again, it's just a simple applicable stop loss, which is a minimal risk stop loss, which is what I teach you on the channel. Okay, so roughly just there, I will copy that price and paste that into my stop loss. So TP stop loss will be there, and then my TP point would be this God candle back test just there. Okay, so basically impulsive, corrective. I'm looking to ride this corrective wave down in a short, basically. So what I'm looking at is right click that, copy price, put it into my TP price, and that's the setup. Really simple. So I'm going to go short, but what I'm going to do is use all the account, and I'm going to look at basically if this comes down on Bitcoin, if we get this impulsive and corrective move back down to this God candle back test, I will actually make $141 with a potential loss of $33 if it starts to break out to the upside and it got stopped out. That is simple short trading with applicable stop losses and just using your common sense of 5-wave moves, corrective moves into the God candle back test. So that's a short trade on Blofin. Really, really simple to do. Okay, so enjoyed that. Right now, sell short, the bid's gone in, job done. And then obviously if orders get kicked in, we've got to see this come back up into my order zone and then roll over into my TP zone basically. So that is short trading on Blofin. Quite simple to use, and it's a little bit of micro tutorial as well for yourselves. Again, zooming on charts, you'll see all sorts of different setups. You know, move to the left because you can see the current price action. You know, you get little ideas of what can occur in this sort of consolidation and boring chop. There are still opportunities to make money long and short on the micro time frames, especially in Bitcoin and in the crypto markets. Hope you enjoyed that little tutorial video. If you are looking to get involved in Blofin, don't be an over leveraged degen, don't go with your life savings, and just practice. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone. Back soon with an update on Blofin. Bye bye.